welcome back to my channel, and at that time of month again to film my May Deck of Cards TBR video. Now last year during the month of May, I tried to prioritize all of my unread mangas. And currently I have this shelf and then these two shelves are completely full of all my unread manga. So what I want to do is try to get prompts to match books on these shelves. I will not be unwrapping a book this month because none of the books in there are mangas, and the goal is to read as much manga as possible to lower those numbers down and get a huge chunk of my TBR read. So I guess we'll hop right on in and get to picking cards to see what May has in store for me prompt wise. Get on in and do our first shuffle. And I have a classic. For a classic, I might be setting myself up because this is thick, it's heavy, and a lot of images. But I selected the second omnibus of Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. I read the first omnibus last year. I believe I'd actually read it during Manga May. So this is the second and final omnibus bound up. And I really did enjoy the Studio Ghibli film that this is based off of. So I want to read the source material too and hope I enjoy it. Let's get on in and do our second shuffle. Plants on the cover. Plants on the cover was kind of difficult trying to find something that had some semblance of plants on it. And I ended up with the fourth volume of Witch Hat Atelier. And if you can see, there's some grass on top of this cliff. So we will count that as plants on the cover. Time for the third shuffle. And I cannot shuffle apparently. Ooh, a pet pick. Okay, trying to get this before Percy. So what I selected were some books that I have the rest of in the series I want to finish. And he went straight to Gintama. So I'll be reading that one before I had the chance to even go over which ones there were. So for pet pick, I selected some books that I had the remainders of in the series, and I wanted to try to complete the rest of those books in that series as a goal for May. And Percy was kind and chose Gintama, which I think has the least amount of volumes I have left to read, or at least they're the thinnest amount, even though they are kind of wordy, but at least they're hilarious. So hopefully I get through them throughout the month of May. Let's do our fourth shuffle. And do this. Greater than 500 pages. That'll be a tough one, but I do have a few omnibuses that I can choose from. For book over 500 pages, I selected the Noragami Omnibus, volumes 4 through 6. So hopefully I'll get this one tackled next month. Let's move on to our fifth shuffle. People on cover. For people on the cover, I selected I Hear the Sunspots 4 Seasons, which is the first volume of the I Hear the Sunspot continuations. I've read all the prior volumes, so I'm super excited for this and to see what else is in store for our lovely couple here. Let's do our sixth shuffle. I'm adding some extra shuffles in just because they are mangas and I will breeze through them. So I don't expect to take as much time to read. But go here. A fantasy, which is my favorite genre, so I hope I can find one on here that fits that prompt. For fantasy, I selected the 6th volume of Mangas of the Library. I have been thoroughly enjoying the series and loving each and every volume as they come out, so I can't wait to dive into this one. And let's do our final shuffle, since 7 is my lucky number. And I think it's like pretty much everybody's lucky number. They love that number. But go on in and a school setting. For school setting, I selected A Terrified Teacher at Ghoul School. This is a really cute little hilarious read following this human teacher that is the teacher for a group of yokai at a yokai-based school. So very humorous, also cute and heartwarming too, but can't wait to dive into the next volume. So May is looking pretty promising with all of the mangas that have been selected. So hopefully I will get this month TBR completed, because the past few months I have failed at miserably. But you know, that's life. At least I'm reading. I will prioritize reading down my 3 shelves of unread mangas, though I might pick up a few novels here or there. My audiobooks that I have on loan for the library become available, just because I do enjoy listening to audiobooks while I get ready in the morning and kind of during my commute to work and on my lunch break. So you might see a few novels thrown in too. I just can't tell you which ones they will be, because it just depends on when my holds become available. But I guess that's it for me rambling on this TBR. Hopefully everything gets read, and feel free to leave a comment down below on what you plan on tackling during the month of May. And I thank you guys for watching and look forward to seeing you guys in my next video.